My name is Ethemcan Turhan. I'm a postdoctoral researcher in environmental social science and political ecology. I work for Istanbul Policy Center, Sabancı University, and also for Bogazici University for the Acknowledge project. Actually, it's not my organization, but the organizations that I work with, particularly on environmental conflicts in Turkey that face a number of injustices in terms of recognition, in terms of participation, and in terms of access to environmental information. These injustices are rooted in the democratic deficit in environmental policy making and in the rampant developmentalism that goes unchallenged and unquestioned. One of the injustices in terms of energy struggles that I work with is about the anti-coal-fired power plant struggles in different parts of Turkey. So I work with this community that's based on the western coast of Turkey that's trying to stop building of new coal-fired power plants for a number of reasons. First, the region, Anglia, from 1970s onwards, have been designated as an ecological sacrifice zone, and it already hosts lots of toxic facilities. And in the recent years, there's been plans to build more than 7 new coal-fired power plants in a short tract of land. And this community has been striving to kind of stop construction of these polluting facilities in their vicinity, not least for their own health, but also for the global climate change purposes. What we try to do is basically to recraft and redesign environmental social science research in line with the needs, priorities, and demands of the local communities. So we try to develop our research questions and research projects with the communities so that the end product of our participatory research in the field would serve their needs in their own environmental struggles. So basically it's a two-way process. So we get information and knowledge and wisdom from them, at the same time try to provide them with something that will be hopefully meaningful and useful for them. A main difficulty is the lack of institutional support, I would say. Interdisciplinary research, particularly interdisciplinary participatory research, is a very difficult field to be funded and also to be supported by the typical structures of academia. I think environmental social science research is particularly placed in a position so that it really requires support, institutional support, and it also needs support from the local authorities so that one can conduct a sound research without feeling being intimidated or threatened. I think all in all, the key issue, the key challenge would be to ensure that democracy, freedom of speech and rule of law are in place so that these environmental struggles and community-based organizations can do their work and we as researchers can give them a hand and learn from them. Well, many things need to change to achieve justice, but I think the one point of departure to achieve justice is to recognize that there are multiple values and worldviews, and not a single one of them is superior over the other. So these different cosmovisions, worldviews, and values are equally valuable, and when we try to take decisions on any environmental issue or social justice issue per se, we should take into consideration these different values and worldviews and try to establish a dialogue between those different worldviews. Well, a just future would like a place, a future in which people can not only survive but also thrive. It's not only about humans, but it's also about non-human living world and the rest of the planet, by not exceeding the planetary boundaries and by respecting each other's histories, each other's narratives, each other's stories, and not really feeling, as I said, one superior over each other. So I think probably one way to look at a just future is to look at how we can end the domination of people over other people in the first place.